Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Arwa's Living. Today's recipe is a very requested recipe from a very dear friend of mine. She is my childhood friend, and personally she has requested for this gravy. It's called as Kat Ande Kofte. This recipe is little lengthier, so I need to make two videos of it. In the first video I'll be showing you how to make the basic cut, that is, this is the gravy. This gravy is served with any rice, roti or parota. This is Bangalore's favorite recipe. Bangaloreans love this recipe. So she is staying out of Bangalore, and there she says she is missing this recipe too much, and she is requested for this recipe, and she also wants to know how to make khajur. She has made two recipes actually. So this one's for you, dear. I hope you will like this video. Make this recipe, enjoy yourself. So to begin with this recipe, we need that is the kulthi. It is called as kulthi in Bangalore language, and horse gram. So for this recipe I will be taking about 500 grams of horse gram. First we need to wash this 2-3 times in the plain water, and then we need to pressure cook this, adding around 1.5 to 2 liters of water. So first I will wash this and I will let you know what we can do. Now you can see I have washed the kulthi and I have put in the cooker. Now I will add the water. I have added about 2 liters of water. I am not adding any salt or any of the masalas. This is just water. And now I will close the pressure cooker, and we will give this only one whistle. I have switched on the flame and let this cook. We will give one whistle and we will switch off the flame. As you can see, after one whistle I have switched off the flame. It's been cooling for some time. You can see there is no steam inside now. See, there is no steam. Now you can open the cooker. And now see, I have kept a vessel here and a strainer. We will open the cooker and we will strain the water. See, once you open the cooker, it looks somewhat like this. There is water and the kulthi is almost done. So now we will strain the water. And then we will shift this back. Once you shift it to the cooker, I am going to add about half liter of water again. We will not close the cooker, but we will cook for some time and remove the second and the final extract of the water. Now let me show you how it looks. See, the liquid looks somewhat like this. This is the first extract, and this liquid is called as kat. Now we are going to make gravy out of this liquid. So this is the first extract. So after this we are going to remove the second one, and then the gravy, we will make the gravy. Okay, so as you can see, this is come to a boil, and I'll show you. See, it's cooked very well. It's almost done. Now switch off the flame and we will drain the water. So this is the second extract, the final one. Drain the water completely. So this is the first step. Now for the second step, I will show you the ingredients we need for the gravy. So till then we will keep this aside. And see this one, the water has dried completely and you can see it's become so dry. This usually I discard this because my family is not a fan of eating this, but you can serve this as a side dish with your gravy. So I will show you how we can prepare and serve this. So let's begin with making the gravy. Let's see what all the ingredients we need. I've taken about 4 medium-sized tomatoes, 2 medium-sized onions, handful of coriander, and 1 small lemon size of tamarind, 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, salt, ginger garlic paste 1 teaspoon, and from my masala box I'll be adding half teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of chili powder. If you want to make spicy, you can increase chili powder. Then I'll be adding the Zeera Methi masala. If you are from Bangalore, you will be familiar with this masala. If you don't have this, you can add jeera powder 1 teaspoon. So first thing, we are going to grind this masala and make a paste. We are not going to add any water to this. If you feel it is becoming thick and you cannot grind it, then you can add cut a little bit and then you can grind it. So first I will grind and show you. As you can see, I have made a fine paste. I added 1 cup of cut to this for grinding, and this is what it looked like. Now let's begin the gravy. Switch off the flame and keep the cut on the stove. Let this come to a boil. When it begins to boil, we will add the rest of the masalas and the ingredients. So this has to come again to a boil. See, it's very thin now. Once we add the masalas, it will become thick. We'll wait till it comes to a boil. See, it has started to boil. It's boiling. Now I will add the grinded paste. Mix it well. Now I will add the ginger garlic paste, jeera powder, chili powder, turmeric and salt. Mix all the masalas. You can taste the gravy and see if you need more chili, salt or tamarind. You can add it according to your taste. And now this has to cook till the masalas is well cooked, and you can see the gravy becomes little bit thicker. It will take around 15 to 20 minutes. Do not cover it, because once it starts boiling, it may come out of the vessel. So you have to cook it keeping it open, and you have to stir it in between. Keep stirring in between. And let this cook for some time. See, it's cooking for some time, and look at that beautiful dark brown color. This is what we are looking for. This gravy is especially loved by the Bangalore families, especially the Muslim families. It's prepared in each and every home, and it's loved by the children, by the youngsters, all the members of the family. Nowadays this gravy is also made in marriages. or special occasions too. And now by the time the gravy is getting ready, I will show you how we can serve the remaining kulthi. See, this is, I'm just making a small portion. If you want, you can add the whole of that kulthi, but you need to increase the ingredients as well. So here I've taken this kulthi. This is around 1 medium size onion finely chopped, 2 green chilies I've slit in between. If you want to make it spicier, you can add a few more. Chopped coriander, oil, salt to taste, and half teaspoon of mustard and few curry leaves. So let's start. I've kept a kadai. Now I will add a little 1 teaspoon of oil. Let this become hot. Okay, the oil is nice and hot. I will add the mustards and curry leaves. Now I'll add the onion, green chilies and coriander. Mix this well. We need to fry this till the onion turns little soft. Keep mixing. I'll add some salt. Mix it well. See, the onions have changed the color. Now we will add the kulthi. Mix all the ingredients well. Just mix it, and this is ready to be served with the gravy. You can serve this as a side dish along with the rice, roti and cut. Mix this well. Switch off the flame and it's ready to serve. And now you can see the gravy has been cooking for about 15 to 20 minutes and it has become so thick. This is the consistency we are looking for. And now we will give a bagar or a tadka for this. So for that I have kept a small pan here. I am going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. See, I've added the oil. It's becoming hot. Once this gets hot, I will add the mustard and curry leaves. Let this flutter. Now switch off the flame and we will transfer this to the gravy. That's it. Now we need to mix this again. Mix it. And now close the lid. Keep the flame on very slow and let this sit for about 2 to 3 minutes. and it will be ready for serving. And here you can see this cut is ready to be served along with your favorite roti, rice or parota. This is in a vegetarian form now. So this is for my vegetarian friends. You can serve this gravy along with the kulthi as a side dish. And now for the requested recipe, that is cut ande kofte. For that I will be making another video on which I will show you how to make the koftas and add to the curry. So till then, keep watching Arva's Livings. Enjoy the dish.